So then we flip over and we do correct sideline. This is for a right-handed quarterback. And the idea here is he's not stepping, he's just releasing through. And we want to see really good form here. So what we're looking for is we're looking for elbow high as he comes through. Elijah, go back into 0 for me. What we want to see here is that there's a greater than 90-degree angle here against his rib cage. The bicep is being pressed to his ear, but we want to see at least 90 degrees here. We don't want to see the ball in here. When Elijah was in grade 11, we saw a lot of this, and he's really worked hard at getting this 90-degree angle. And if that elbow is higher, that's what we want to see. The next thing we want to see in terms of this rotation is that we want to see that this elbow wins the race past his ear. So as he comes forward, this elbow is leading. So that's good, solid mechanics there. That elbow wins the race past his ear. The ball in his hand comes through afterwards. And then we see good hand rotation, and as the ball disappears, the thumb is pointed down, the pinky's to the sky, and the hand goes in his left pocket. We want to see that. One thing that Elijah's been working on with Will Finch at Finch Performance, and if you're in Burlington, that's a good shout out for Will, is to get over to him. He's one of the best biomechanic quarterbacks, and actually a Heck Creighton nominee, which he's a hell of a football player, but he really understands the throwing motion. And one thing that Will and Elijah were working on is his actually non-throwing hand and how it was not over-rotating and pulling him off target. So Elijah, why don't you show us how you and Will developed that left hand to kind of get tucked in?
So the idea is that you want it to finish like you're eating a sandwich or you're holding the microphone, kind of like right here. Because if this opens too far, I'll go to throw, and this will pull my arm this direction, making me miss left of the target, and also leaving me off balance.
Yeah. So that's another thing that Elijah was struggling with when he first came up to the varsity program, as he was really exposing this right side. So as he rotated, he fell off of his vertical axis, and we saw this bow in his right side on his ribs. And we won't want to see that. We want to see him stay as vertical as possible. And this left hand tip from Will has actually helped him stay more vertically oriented through the throw. And he's eliminated, almost virtually eliminated, that tip that he used to have at his release point. Perfect. That was Drew Breezy, that throw.
Okay, yeah, stay there. Just let me see the side there.
Awesome. One more time. Elijah, show us. Nice and vertical, tall as you can be, a little bend. A couple other things I want to point out about Elijah's throw, and we've been working on this as well, is making sure that this left knee has a little bit of bend in it in his follow through, because we want to protect the quarterback from any contact he gets. It's almost like the Tom Brady position of the follow through of his throw. We don't want to see that fully extended. We want to see him up over that left side, but we want to see a bit of a bend there in case anything comes into it and he's in a strong athletic position that he can absorb any contact after the release of the ball. Show us how that front leg should look, Elijah. A little bit of a bend, that's perfect. That's what we're looking for. One more time. Awesome. Another thing that we'll talk about there is that Elijah has worked really hard in shortening that lead step. We only want to see that lead step, that little punch of about 6-8 inches, hey? And we've been working on that. If you get too extended, that creates a spine angle that's going to make you sail and miss throws high. So what we want to do is make sure we get up over top of that left side, and that we're only taking that small step so that we can get up over top of that front foot. So watch how close, how short a step Elijah steps on that left side. And even on a deep ball, even when he's trying to put a ball 45 yards downfield, he's not extending that step. He's trying to keep that short and get velocity using his shoulder angles to put height on the football. That's awesome, dude. Right on.